Hey everybody, Glecko here, back with yet another video. So this is going to be kind of like my rant slash review for the Unwanted Undead adventure. So I was looking through Crunchyroll a couple weeks ago for for some new animes to watch, pass the time and all that. And I came across this, and I just I said, you know what, let's give it a try. The biopsy said a weak adventure becomes an undead, but something like that. And I said, I don't know, but I'll give it a try. And boy, am I glad I did, because this show is so dang good. It's a crime that it only has about 12 episodes. It needs more, and I hope they're getting a season. It's getting a season two. So listen, I only watch anime because I don't really know where to get manga at or where to read them. But I've been seeing that on I get pictures for my videos off Google. I've been seeing that some of these are in the Amazon store. So I'm going to look into that and see if there's a way, if there's somehow, some way that's something I can do. But yeah, for the most part, I'm telling you, because I gotta get these. I gotta start reading the manga because I'm getting tired of coming across. That's my grandpa. Sorry, I'm getting tired of coming across these awesome ass anime. Excuse my language, Lord. I'm sorry. All these awesome animes, and and I'm left on these big cliffhangers, and I never get to find them out because they didn't. Not enough people watched them on Crunchyroll or whatever, and now I can't watch them. See, I hate that. I hate every time I find something good that I really really like. It never works out. But that's sorry. I'm getting off topic. The Unwanted Undead adventure needs a season two. It needs a season three. It needs to cover the whole manga. That's what it needs to do. The story is about a guy by the name of Rent Finer. He is an adventurer, but he's only a bronze class. In this world, there's like levels to adventurers. There is this. I'm gonna move my shoes here. Sorry, you might hear some bump. Okay, there are iron class adventurers, which are the weakest. There are like beginners, newbies. There's bronze class, which is what Rent Finer was. Then there is, let's see, I believe silver. Yeah, there's silver, gold, platinum, and then finally there's mithril. Mithril are like the S class, or the top dogs. It is later. I'm going to skip ahead a bit. It's when Rent Finer was a child. His mom, dad, and his best friend or sister or somebody, they were killed by a powerful beast. But before Rent could be killed, he was saved by a mithril class warrior, Wilmer or something like that. And ever since then, it's Wilmer who kind of inspired Rent Finer to go out and become an adventurer, a mithril class adventurer. So it's kind of like a Luffy Shanks type thing, like, hey, come find me once you become, something like that. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I want to see the reunion between those two. But anyway, back to the thing. Like I said, Rent's a bronze class adventurer, which I think is pretty impressive. He's above iron. He spends his days hunting weak level creatures in the labyrinth. He's not very strong. One day he discovers a unexplored. Now he's in the labyrinth of the White Moon or something like that, and it's a fairly explored dungeon. But Rent can only go to the first and second floors because he's not very strong. One day he finds a hidden path and he follows it. He finds an unexplored path. He follows this path, and unbeknownst to him, there is a dragon waiting for him. The dragon kills him, or so he thinks. Rent is actually turned into an undead. He's turned into a skeleton, as you see here on the picture. So, with Rent now being a skeleton, he's in distress. He's in distress, but he has this friend. He has this female colleague. She's a mage. Her name is Lorraine. He remembers that Lorraine tells him something about existential evolution, that monsters and undeads, they can evolve much, much faster than humans can, given the right environment and circumstances. So while in the labyrinth, Rent in his skeleton form begins to kill other skeletons, and after killing about a few dozen, he turns into a ghoul. But as he's killing skeletons, he's noticing that he's getting more powerful, and that's when he remembers Lorraine's words. Eventually, he's able to somewhat talk, and he meets an iron class warrior by the name of I forgot her name. Whatever. She only shows up for a couple episodes, and he saves her life, and he communicates. He talks to her and tells her, "Hey, go to the town and get me some clothes." She is initially like skeptical, but eventually she does it. She gets him into because she owed him. She bought him clothes and all that, and then he goes back and he meets Lorraine. We find out later that Lorraine has like a massive crush on him, but it's one of these things where he doesn't really get it. But that's all I'm going to cover in the story so far. So basically, Rent, he goes through a couple evolutions throughout the series. Well, throughout the first season. But at the end of episode 12, he does eventually become a. He becomes a. Let's see what. He becomes a vampire, a form of a vampire. That's what it's explained to here. We get to see his old face again, though he has red eyes now and all that. But I'm really excited to see what his other transformations was throughout the series. He becomes a, he goes, like I said, he goes through different forms. He's a skeleton at first, then he becomes a gas. No, he becomes a ghoul. From a ghoul, he becomes a ghast. A ghast is like a super weak vampire, but then I guess he becomes a more powerful vampire. So yeah, I'm really interested to see what his final monster form is going to be. I really want this show to get a season 2 or season three. I want to know. I need to know. Plus, I'm ready. Ren's actually a pretty interesting person. Like he can use mana, divinity, and spirit energy. So it's and the show sets up like a lot of it sets up a lot of cliffhangers. Like there's at one point he goes into the labyrinth and he finds yet another hidden place. But this time he's attacked by a powerful platinum level mage. She's an elf. We don't know her name, we don't know her story, but that's all we get. She lets him go after she finds out that he wasn't there to steal. Cause she thought he was a thief, but he wasn't. And so there's that. There's the dragon, because like once the dragon ate Rent or killed him or whatever, he became undead. When Rent woke up, the dragon was gone. So, and then there's the meeting women. Like, there's so much. We have to be getting a season 2. They left off way too much. This show is good. It's action packed. I was never bored while watching it. I rewatch a lot of the episodes. I mean, I just please let there be a season 2 for this. I need a season 2 for a lot of stuff. But yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna hold you guys. I just wanted to get that off my chest. The Unwanted Undead Adventure, it gets an A plus, an S plus, a Mithril class plus for me. It's a really good show on Crunchyroll. I highly recommend everyone please go watch it. Get it, make it the most watched thing. It deserves it. It's not in the most popular from what I saw, and that's a crying shame because it is such a good anime. Much better than stupid My Hero Academia where Deku loses his powers. All right, I'm Greco.